Inti hadia tai, inti furaha tai, ya kwana shufu baraka bitai. Ala deru kena geni sawa sawa. Tal keda na wodi leta hajatani.
Hi viewers, and welcome back to the Now Reflection podcast. I am your host, Sarah Chan, the manager of African Scouting for the Toronto Raptors, a development associate with the Giants of Africa, and founder of Home at Home, a Pediat Foundation. I'm so delighted to be back here with the Now Reflection, where we tell untold stories of remarkable South Sudanese talents that are making a mark not just on the continent, but globally. And I am so excited to introduce to you our guest today. I would like to call him a maestro, a music maestro. His name is Lujang
De Nyangos.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the set.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you.
It's such an honor.
Thank you.
Maybe let's take a look into your background. Family, education. Yeah.
So I was born in Khartoum,
Okay.
and then just like any other South Sudanese story,
Yes.
you move to. So we moved to Uganda,
Uh-huh.
and then after that, I did my high school, uni
Okay.
there, and then later on I went to, obviously, join the choir,
Oh wow.
and then church, of course.
Uh-huh.
I still go to church. I still, and then that's I think that's where the music element began to grow,
Okay.
on me. And also like both of my parents also were musicians.
Oh wow.
So that's okay, they didn't practice it like but they could play and sing. So that's they actually met in the choir back in
Wow.
Juba. So
That is interesting.
yeah, they
That
met
is
they met
interesting.
in the choir. So
That
that's
is so
how
interesting. My parents met.
Interesting.
Yeah, my mom was in the choir, and
Yeah.
my dad was just that guy that was looking around.
yeah. Interesting.
Dad, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened, and then later on, I think years after, I'm like, I could actually make the most out of this,
Right.
and that's how I think the journey of realizing this can be, more than just sitting at home and playing guitar to yourself and singing,
Right.
That's how it began.
Because I can only imagine that
Yeah.
it takes a bit of time to also learn to learn an instrument. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of commitment.
Yeah. It takes a while because, especially if you're older,
Right.
if you're younger, it's easier. Because for me, it was, I think I went to a youth camp somewhere and I was so moved by someone who was playing. He was my age mate, I think.
Okay.
Same age group. So I was like, this kid can play. I should play also,
Right.
So I was trying to challenge him. And that's how I learned.
Oh wow.
It was not like, I really want to play it,
Wow.
It's like, I can do this, you can do it, I can do it too. So it took me like about a week and I could play a song because I was trying to really push, to make sure that I challenge this guy.
Yeah, because
And
it's
that's-
not
yeah.
easy. I've tried it, Like the fingers, the soreness, and all of that. My career was one day, and I give up.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
That's not.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what was the inspiration?
I think when I began taking it seriously, it was, I grew up such an introvert, yes, and music was one of the ways that I could express myself because I wanted an outlet,
Wow.
So I'm the only boy as well,
Okay.
and I think growing around sisters, there's no person really who you can tell some things that you want to,
Yeah.
you
Without
know.
them telling mommy and
Exactly,
Are you calling us gossipers?
So sometimes some things you keep to yourself, and I think it molds you into an introvert in one way or the other because you can't just share to these girls your things.
And are they older than you or like where?
Younger.
Younger. Oh,
Yeah.
so even more so.
Exactly, more so like you're young,
yeah.
And I think eventually I became a complete introvert, and in that I was like, no, I think naturally my body, I wanted to express myself, and then, so having found music, I'm like, this is one way I'm gonna, release.
Right.
It was a release for me. So That's one of the ways I think, one of the things that inspired me. I wanted an outlet to release myself,
And to
really.
express.
And express,
fascinating.
yes.
So with the genre, which is out of B&B,
No.
almost sounds
So
like
let
Airbnb.
me help you. So you just pronounce it R&B, but
R&B, but
yeah,
it's written
differently.
Okay, that's
Because you write like you're writing Arabic, but it's
Yes.
Ara,
Yeah.
then N, and then an apostrophe, then
Why am I
NB.
putting B&B?
Yeah.
So tell
So
us about that.
So it's a genre that I think it's solid to me. That's what I feel I'm putting out there,
Right.
to myself. So I'm combining Juba Arabic and English and some Swahili, a little bit of Swahili, but mostly Juba Arabic and English, because I think that's how I'm naturally gravitating towards expressing myself using. Yeah.
So you're also a music teacher,
Yeah,
instrumentalist,
Yeah.
and a vocalist. Like you teach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what inspired you? What drove you there?
So I play all guitars. It's like bass, electric, acoustic guitar, piano, drums. Drums were my first instruments to learn.
So you're just a
So So I began by drums in the church.
Okay.
Back in Khartoum, I used to play drums where my parents used to pray. Yes, so I was the drummer, and so from there, then the guitar and then other instruments came in. So yes, I can teach. Obviously, back in Kampala, when I used to live there, I used to teach at an international school. So I just got, to be called to teach. So I used to teach there for some time. About 2 years, I taught instruments.
Music lessons.
Yes, music lessons, professional.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and vocals. So so I think it was just naturally growing on me.
Okay.
I can do this, so I can teach somebody else.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. And also it takes a lot. I mean, you have to.
Patience.
Yeah.
Patience.
Working with young people, but also just teaching anybody
Yeah.
takes a lot of patience
Yeah.
and commitment too.
It does.
That's
it does.
interesting.
It does.
So walk us through your journey, like your career and.
Yeah. For me, it began like just trying to prove something, like I mentioned.
Trying to be that kid.
Trying to be, because I never saw myself. I don't have the story where when I was young I wanted to be a musician.
Okay.
I always thought about when I was young I thought I was going to be something else.
Doctor,
what Junubin parents want you to be.
That is so funny.
So-
Don't make us believe what baby said.
I think for me the turning point was when I lost my dad, right?
Oh, sorry about that.
So there's something positive, something good that came out of it, because for me I wanted to continue doing what was on my heart. That was
That
the
you feel
creative,
connected
yes, the
also,
creative aspect.
Okay.
Given a chance, I would have done music education
Oh, wow.
at university, if but I ended up doing communication and PR.
Okay.
Anyway, so I forgot the line.
Your career journey.
Oh yes, so when my dad passed, I think I was like, okay, it's a sad thing, but I feel like I can risk it now and pursue this path.
Was it more
Without-
like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah, what do I have to lose? More
Yeah?
like that.
Okay.
And also, I think the other driving factor was I wanted to make extra cash.
Oh, nice.
If you check my socials, I was more of a live performer
Right.
than a recording artist. The recording artist element came back maybe like 2 years ago. Yeah, because I was like, go to this cafe, go to this restaurant,
Extra bucks.
make some money,
And you've been doing an incredible job.
Exactly.
I've been seeing the gigs that you've been getting around Nairobi as well.
Yeah, and man, I think it's just, I don't know, it's God's favor, because you don't just come from Juba or,
And then you
South Sudanese, you just,
infiltrate the market.
yeah, you just come into the market and
Yeah.
everyone welcomes you.
Right.
It can only be God,
No, but also your skill. I would also say,
For sure.
yeah, like the work you've put in and your faith and everything, but genuinely, like everything gels together.
Yeah,
and makes
it comes all
like-
together for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I began as a live performer, entertaining people, but I'm like, I need to make the money.
Yeah.
Right?
And for those that are listening,
Yeah.
here in Nairobi,
Yeah.
where have you performed? Where did you maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
Gecko, Nairobi Street Kitchen, Buibo, where again?
And so at least catch him in those three
Somewhere in
places, and
Westlands,
he'll tell you other places.
Two Grapes, Kilimani.
Okay.
Like, I've pretty much been around. Yeah. Mention any live performance space.
Yeah, you have.
I think I've been there.
That's amazing.
Yes. So after that happened, I was like, let me take the risk of, just expressing myself, trying this creative direction, which is not every person's cup of cake.
Right.
Because I worked after school, I worked like for a couple of months.
Okay.
But I wasn't really feeling it. I did 9 to 5 for sure. I did it.
Career, not
yeah,
passion.
and I was just tired. Wake up tired, sleep tired, like
You'll make half of the audience
Yeah.
cry. You wake up tired,
sleep tired. I was just losing it, and then I'm like, wait a minute. So at that opportune moment, there was someone who had a cafe.
Okay.
Like, there's this guy, he sings in church. Just let him try something in your cafe. She was an Indian. So yes, I tried it out, and she's like, "Oh, you're good. So you start tomorrow." So
God.
yeah. So I did that like for 3 years back in Uganda, and I was doing well. I was, making money.
Yeah.
For my age that time, I was living it.
Yeah.
I had dreams. I was like, now I need to buy a car.
Yeah.
I was dreaming. I was beginning to dream.
Yes.
Yeah, so then after that, soon after, for some reason, something brought me to Nairobi. And I think I continued the same thing here. I was still not really fundamentally recording as an artist. I was like, let's perform and make money and be happy. Make people happy, they make me happy. But then I think 2 years ago, I'm like, people love this, I should record this.
Right.
It's, life is about making memories. And how do you make memories? You save the memories.
True.
You record them,
Right.
So I began recording, and then it wasn't still serious up until I think the year before last year, just 2022, I think. So I put out my first EP, and I liked it. I didn't care.
EP? Is it Enemy or Progress? Which one is EP? Please enlighten us who are not
So
musically...
EP is a shorter version of an album.
Okay.
Yes.
There you have it.
Yes.
I don't know if any of you knew, but you're welcome.
So it can have like between 6 to 5 songs, pretty
Okay.
much. Yes. So I put it out, and I was loving it. I didn't care who didn't like it.
Right.
For me, I'm like,
It
I
was
love this. I
fulfilling.
love this. And I
Right,
think if
right.
you're an artist, if you first like your work, I think it's just the overflow of you loving it, because you can't keep people trash.
And then people, Exactly.
Yeah.
And then people relate.
Exactly. So, So, and then I think let me just connect to, I think, what you'll eventually ask me. So, then I think over time, the last 6 months, I released about 3 songs.
Okay.
Inti, which I think made me realize I can actually do this. Because it was Juba Arabic and some English. And the reception was so well, it played on, in Juba for a while, different radio stations. I'm like, wait, this is actually going somewhere,
Yeah.
because I didn't have like connections,
Right.
big connections in Juba anywhere, but like people just, liked it and they played it. So I was like, this is going somewhere. Then I released Melika, and I think also the reception was also good. And then after that, obviously, the last one, which I just did with Yaba, which I think it's his second most watched video.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
200K views in like
And
a
it just
month.
keeps getting.
That's incredible.
Yes,
I love the video.
Yes,
It
yes.
actually, I love the fact that all of you incorporated like different body shapes, different, like, it's not your usual just, prototype,
Yes.
model.
Yeah.
It's inclusive,
Yeah.
very inclusive. I really enjoyed that video.
Yeah, because something I mentioned was, I'm like, we don't want to be like other artists that just want to bring
Cliche.
Not all, also I mean like bring just random ladies who don't represent us as South Sudanese. You know, we want a clear representation of South Sudan
Yeah,
because we're South Sudanese singing South Sudanese music.
Right.
So let the vixens be us,
as well.
you know.
No,
So,
I think that's incredible.
and I think we tried really our best to include at least almost each region of South Sudan. If you notice, we even had like some mixed people who were like Sudan and South Sudan.
Yeah.
There are two guys who light-skinned guys there as well.
Right.
They're the Sudanese,
Right.
I mean.
Right.
They're mixed. So we had that. We had like some Zandes. Obviously, we had
Yes.
Shiluk, Nuer, Dinka. Like, we had a mix, Equatorians.
Right.
Everyone was just gelled
It's
in there.
very, very inclusive.
And then we pushed it further to, like, we don't care if you're short, if you're tall, if
Yeah,
you're light,
big,
if you're
big,
big, if you're small.
Yeah.
We're just going to have everybody there. And I think once you're authentic to who you really are, you're not trying to like just, you know, restrict yourself to one way of doing something because say Chris Brown has this model looking, you know, you have to be like that. Once you just like, let's have fun. And I think that's what makes the video really unique.
And genuinely, it was such a fun shoot. Even the
Yeah.
location, I was like, where is this? Where was it shot?
Tigoni.
Tigoni, oh, okay.
Tigoni. Maybe like an hour from Nairobi.
Okay. How
Yes.
do you guys come about even finding like the producer to like the location to like putting all of this together?
Yeah. I want to mention that it was a collaborative effort, you know. Yaba and I just, so he comes from Bahrain. Okay, before that he calls me, he's like, I'm coming to do a song with you. I'm like, me? What's going on? Like, oh yeah, I want to do a song with you. I'm like, okay, fine. So he comes through, and I think by the time he was coming, we finished the song already.
Okay.
Because I sent him my vocals, he puts it on the track.
In what span, like, of time?
You're not going to believe this, but I sent my vocals the same time I listened to it, like 30 minutes after I sent it to him.
Wow.
Once I feel inspiration, I just right away.
Yeah.
So he sends me the audio, I listen to the track right away, like just starts flowing.
Okay.
And I live close to a studio, so I went to the studio, I'm like, okay, let's record this. And I sent it to him immediately. So it's like, oh shit, it's here, you sent it already.
That's serious.
Yeah, so I think 3 weeks after, he comes through. And so we went to like a big studio to like actually put everything together in, you know. Yeah, and then obviously we looked for the videographers to, you know, to put it together. So we didn't know so many people here.
Okay.
Because it was my first time for a major production. So we're looking at people online.
Okay.
So like videographers in Kenya. so they come through and then we begin DMing them, and some prices are really crazy. Some are, you know, some are like $5,000, the least.
Imagine.
You know.
And that's for me just showing up and consulting.
Yeah, just consultation. You know, and then we settled for Rodman, who has done work with Nikita, the lady. I think he has shot 2 of her videos.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, he's a very good guy, humble guy, and then that's how we settled and did with him. So yeah, that was covered. Then the next thing was location. So also we went to, initially we were going to shoot in Mombasa Road. Okay. There's this, it looks like a beach, but not a beach. It has a coastal look, you know.
On Mombasa Road?
Yes.
I need to go and see it.
And then it went south. They didn't want the idea so much. Because they're like, we have people here, all that, you know. So it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Then so we went to Tigoni. So Tigoni went online as well. Airbnb.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Went on Airbnb. Yeah. So like fancy houses or whatever, you know, bungalows.
Yeah.
And then it came through, and we went there, looked at it. It was, I think, I learned from that like some things you have to do it yourself. Yes.
Like you can just fully rely only on.
So you can as well get in touch with what you really, really want.
Right.
So we went on ground the day before, checked everything, and then. So I think I also realized an aspect that I didn't know.
Okay.
A producer, sort of, you know.
Yes.
Behind the scenes, sort of, you know. Because if I'm to be on another shoot, for sure, I'll know what I need for the next. You know what I mean? So like it prepared me for what is eventually going to happen after this video.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it came together.
Right, and I know after I watched you guys live, you and Yaba Angelos, and I remember when you were talking about basically like the church people and like people going like, your shirt is open, you know, like the Janubi, like,
So let me.
your shirt is open, you're supposed to be a church boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I still go to church, don't get me wrong.
No, of
like,
course.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand completely, but I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of funny that...
Yeah. So, anyway. So, the story behind the t-shirt, the shirt open. So, we had a designer as well. It was a whole, production, big production. Designer. So he comes, he gives me the shirt. Then I'm looking for the buttons. They're nowhere. There are no buttons. So I'm like, you're going to put the buttons tomorrow, right?
Buttons.
No, I'm like, you're going to put it eventually, right? It's somewhere.
Like, no.
It's like, no, that's the design. Really?
So
like, okay, fine.
Because we are conservative people.
Exactly.
So you're like, even what shouldn't feel like that is like...
Yeah, because I barely post myself like that, you know? I'm like covering myself, trying to go to heaven.
I mean, also,
you know?
also like with your social media, it's very clear that you're such a spiritual person.
Exactly. So the video drops. Actually, the cover first, you know, I post it because they're trying to promote the, you know, it's coming soon.
Yeah.
People see it. Then some people DM me like, "Hey, you're showing us your chest now.
Yeah. Where is this going to?
You're trying to mislead us.
We are afraid of the whole video.
Yeah, you're chasing the Holy Ghost. What is happening?" Not in a bad way, just in a sarcastic way, but you get the message. You're like, you've crossed the line.
They're saying it without saying it,
So I was like, I don't know what to say, but I mean, I am not doing anything bad. It's just a video, but anyway, like, you're misleading the flock. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's already done. I'm like, you know what, God, just let it be.
Yeah. And it's to judge us, right?
And then, anyway, and that's how it happened. And then, if you check it now, it's the cover of the song on YouTube. And to be honest, I feel like it's one of the things that has made people view the video.
You know,
because, like, why is he bare chest? Wait, click.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, Junubi. Oh.
Junubi showing.
Bare chested Junubi. We gotta watch this video.
Yeah, why is he bare chest?
Yeah. We're supposed to be conservative. This liberal guy, we gotta see what he's about.
Exactly.
It's called marketing.
Strategy. I think it was a very good strategy because I feel like it might end up being one of the most watched videos on his channel.
Performing.
Only a month and it's doing really, really well.
Yeah, no, congratulations. I thought that was a brilliant video. It takes us back to like our authentic selves, to be honest. Like, I feel like a lot of videos or a lot of like music sometimes can move away from what we really are as Africans, or like in the context of whoever it is. And you can tell when it's you just embracing yourself. And I thought that your video actually served that purpose. It was so far with, navigating the industry. What would you say is the biggest challenge you might have faced until now in your musical journey?
I think some things I'm still learning, and some things I know, because as far as recording is concerned, I'm still new on the block. But as far as just musicianship, I've done it for a while. But I think the challenges vary. If you just want to be a performing artist, it's different also, because most performing artists who just performers are not maybe recording, they're just looking for the bread. Like, perform, get your money, and that's it. But and the challenge is maybe you want to be relevant for as long as you can, impactful as well, so that people keep hiring you. So that's the challenge: relevance and impact, and you just being needed for a long time. Because there are new guys coming every time. Because I'm new today, tomorrow is another person. Every industry, someone is coming up. Yes. But for recording artists, I think it's you just not really far from a performing artist. You releasing content and music every other, because
stay with the times.
Exactly, staying with the times and knowing the language of the time as well. So you have to know what's happening around you, so that your songs make sense. What are the youth saying? What's their language? What's the slang that's happening?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Please don't use that slang. That Nombutovu slang in Nairobi. Please, I beg you.
So the challenges are different with And also it comes down to artists also. It can be different for me.
Right.
Because it can be, like for me I can say, I'm a recording artist and a performer in Nairobi. It's different from someone in maybe say South Sudan. You know, for me it's like I'm trying to penetrate the market here. I feel like it's double. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to put my presence in Nairobi, however small it is, as well as home.
Right.
So I'm trying to
incorporate all of that.
East Africa, carrying a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find a way to communicate to all these countries.
In the way that they would all relate.
Receive as well.
Yeah.
So it's different, I think, with different people. Because somebody can be I'm just singing this way for these people. Because I have, I think back home we have like artists who are only singing in one language. Say you're singing in Dinka or in Bari, so your crowd is that one pretty much for the most part.
Yes.
You know.
So it narrows down.
It narrows down
because you're appealing to one.
Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're just having a crowd, and that's your challenges are different also.
Right.
You know.
True.
Yeah. The more you carry, the more the challenge also.
So how can you spoke about the music industry in South Sudan, but like how can the music industry back at home be supported more? Is it big enough for everybody? What are your thoughts on like the music scenario in South Sudan?
It's still young. There's a lot to, to expect for sure. We're not established like other countries yet. We're still, I think, finding our sound that is unique to us.
Yeah.
You know, say Nigeria has a sound already.
Yes.
You know.
The piano.
Yes.
South
South Africa has. East Africa is finding it. You know. We're getting there. I mean, Kenya is finding it. Uganda has, I don't know. I think they're finding it. Raga or something.
Uganda almost sounds like a reggaeton. Is it reggaeton?
I think it's raga. They call it raga. Yeah. But they're finding it.
Yes.
South Sudan, I think, was still on the way to finding it. And I think the more content we put out there that is really good and shot well, recorded well, I think the faster it will take for us to actually figure our sound. Our challenges are quite many. Yeah. I think it's something that I think time.
Yeah.
It's neither bad or good. We're just a young nation.
Yes.
And US maybe 400 years ago, come on, they were still going through the same thing.
Right.
They're still finding themselves. I think we're still finding ourselves, but in the long run, I think we will have, what we're looking for.
No, 100%, and it's expected. I mean, like you said, of any young
country. Yeah.
Yeah. What lesson would you say you have learned? The biggest inspirational lesson, or just the biggest lesson you've learned in music this far in your career?
I've learned be open to learning and unlearning. Yeah, don't put yourself in a place where this is me, this is what I'm gonna do, and that's it.
Keep evolving.
Yeah, keep evolving and being open to listen to people when they tell you, we like this, we didn't like this. Listen, because you're singing for them at the end of the day.
To yourself, and if you can't just do it in your own.
At the end of the day, they are your consumers.
Right.
At least if you can't listen to them directly, meet them halfway.
Right.
Because I have people who are like, because Arabic evolves over time.
True.
Because my Juba Arabic now, maybe people can hear it, but say for the younger people, some words have evolved.
Yeah, and you need to tap into that.
Tap into that as well. What are they saying? How are they saying things? How do they call girls? Do they still say? Do they say bamba still? You know what I mean? Do they say bamba or something has changed?
I didn't even know they call girls.
You know what I mean? Yes, bamba is.
Arabic Juba,
Arabic Juba. It's a slang for a fine girl. Bamba. So sometimes you just have to meet people halfway where they are, and so that you want to make them happy at the end of the day.
Right.
Meet them halfway.
Return still comes back to you.
Exactly. Because if they're happy, you'll be happy eventually.
Right. So with your incredible Hafla song that has been your breakthrough, your fan base is growing. What should the fans expect from you, and what is in the pipelines? Any projects on the way?
Definitely Hafla, the song I did with Yaba. Definitely set me up
Okay.
to, I can only keep going.
Yes, yes, yes.
After such a song, you only want to maintain the standard, the quality, and just, it's only up higher So I have definitely gotten more people listening to me now.
Okay.
Because definitely Yaba's audience may not be necessarily my
Yes.
audience, but I've been able to tap onto that as well. So they're like, who is Lu Jang? Okay, sounds good. So they listen to me now. And so I think, was it 2 days ago, 3 days ago? Because I rarely check Facebook as much.
Right.
So on the post, because the song is really doing well in Juba, the Hafla song, it's been on the playlist for a while.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank
That's
you.
huge. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so hard to impress our people. Let me just say that. Yeah. They will give you their thoughts and they will not shy away.
Yeah. So on the comments, I'm like, we want more music from Lu Jang.
Oh,
So
that's amazing.
I was like, I was so,
Yeah.
moved. And it was someone who was like my age group,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is good,
Yeah. It's great feedback.
And actually the post I made yesterday was because of that.
Okay.
To tell people that I still have something that I'm going to put out,
And timeline?
Oh, I'm looking at Eid.
Okay.
Eid.
That's soon.
Yeah. So on Eid, I'm putting out a song. Yeah. A video coming out. I'm putting out a song on Eid, guys. So I'm celebrating together with our Muslim brothers, but I'm gifting, you guys.
Gifting you guys and himself and
us. Myself and you and I. So yeah, I'm putting out a song on Eid. So you should expect it and share it, And yes, so just to answer your question, the song has, I think, put me there already. So I just have to really keep the momentum, because Yaba already he's done it for a while. So he doesn't, need all that, But because I'm still new, I need it. So I need to maximize on the momentum.
And that's also the power of collaboration.
Exactly.
No, I think you guys really gel well. I think it's incredible how just his humility, to be honest. When I have watched the interactions, when you guys were having the live with even the producer, and he's such a humble man.
Yeah,
it was just so neat to see, and it makes you understand why the outcome even would be like that, because you collaborate so well, and I think you guys complement one another, and there can only be good that comes out of that. So it's great to see more and more of that, and we want to see more and more of that from South Sudan. But
I'm open to collaboration, guys. Yeah. If you know you're good and you want to do something, let me know. Hit me up, and yes, I'm open to doing that, because some people be asking, do you want to collaborate with this person? Why don't you do a song with this? I'm open to it.
Yeah.
I don't know the logistics, but let's work it out. We can talk for sure. Yes.
No, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So, as we part ways, what would you advise a young person, maybe from South Sudan, or just generally, that's trying to venture into this, might be unsure, don't know where to go? What would your advice be to them?
I must tell you, it's not an easy road. It's a risky endeavor.
You never know.
Yeah, you may fall in trouble with your parents.
Yeah.
If they're around. It's something that is, because growing up as a South Sudanese, definitely, you can either be a doctor, engineer, pilot, lawyer. Even sometimes lawyers
even then when
you're a thief.
You want to lie.
You're a liar. So we have the top four, nothing less.
Yeah.
Even business, they consider it it's for thieves. So you either be professional, suited up. So it's something that you really want to pray about and see if it's something that discuss with your people if they're still around, and you really want to make sure you don't disobey them as well if you're that young. And still, under their leadership. But it's not an easy thing to do. Personally, for me, it's passion, and it's, for the most time, why I'm happy, because sometimes you don't get happiness from just from a spouse or from eating a good meal. I mean, they help.
Who are these spouses that have been traumatizing our people on the streets of the continent of Africa?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes like, I'm your happiness. It's me, you know?
No, you should be your own happiness before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But music is one of the things that
makes you
adds
happy.
to my joy.
That's amazing.
And it has to be something you do even if you don't get paid for it.
Right.
It's something that you're willing to do without anyone telling you to do. It has to come naturally to you. Otherwise, if you're doing it for some reason, like maybe, of course, it's good to get paid, of course. But if it's your driving force, you're not gonna be out there for long, for sure.
Yeah.
Not to please people. You're doing it because it's an overflow of what comes,
naturally,
you know, through you.
passion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me just say this. So on on the 20th of April, I also run a pop-up market. Yes.
Oh,
So
yes.
on the 20th of April, it's one of my passions. I'm also on the low. I have an entrepreneurial side, you know. And as much as I do that, I also love to connect with people. It's one of my, I think, my strengths. Yeah. Networking is something I've tapped into in the later years of my life. You know, I'm like, wait, I like bringing people together.
That's amazing.
You know, so it's a people network. There's food, there's music, and just vendors, people selling different things, and Sudanese, South Sudanese coming together. And you know, there's been influx of Sudanese because of what happened coming through.
Still even like happening right now.
Yeah, it's still happening still, but it has sort of like brought a community of whether Sudanese or South Sudanese or Nuba Mountains, wherever you are from. So we're coming together in one place, and you realize we're not too different. It's just you know, it's funny how like you find a unifying ground outside.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Really
so come through and just come. Let's enjoy each other.
From what time?
From 10 a.m. to 5.
And location?
2 Grapes.
2 Grapes.
Yes,
that should be fun.
Kilimani.
Yes.
Yes, so come through.
Don't miss out.
Yeah.
I have been to one of those, and it's definitely worth your while. Beyond like shopping and eating. You know, Junubin, we like food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not lying. And so come shop.
And we cook good too. We cook good.
It's good. Don't worry for those that have eaten so much combo and now it is pizza you want. You might find it. I'm kidding. There's no pizza. This is the South Sudanese market. But thank you for sharing. Please make sure that you do visit and you contribute in your own way.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much for just bringing people together, not just through music but networking and just your humility too. Like this is it's such a pleasure and such an honor to have you on the set, to also hear your story, because people see the Lu Jang with the guitar, and I don't even know why you have not played for us something. Please send us some videos.
Bring that guitar. You can replace it.
No, but I'm saying now, like playing, and you're supposed to.
You can. I'll just ignore it. Yeah.
Audience, I'll do better with a different guitar. I'm torturing our guests.
Okay. This can work for now.
It's becoming something.
Okay. 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 Jesus. All right. I'm ready. Rolling. All right. Inti hadia tai, inti furaha tai, yakwana shufu baraka bitai, ala deru kenageni sawa sawa. tal kida na wodi leta hajatani. Tell me what you need, I'll come running. Analifu dunia kulu inti ya hubini alfuta kulu. Analifu dunia kulu.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that this has worked.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
That's
It's fine.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely add into the description the song titles and where you can find his music. Also follow him on social media, Lu Jang.
Yeah. Lu Jang, it will come.
Underscore? No, just Lu Jang.
Just
I don't
Lu Jang,
know
yeah.
if Lu Jang was. Yeah, no, thank you so much for
welcome.
sharing with us.
Yeah.
This has been amazing as
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
And not just overcomers, but
Yeah.
especially people from home that are
Yeah.
doing incredible things and
Yeah.
inspiring the next generation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just taking the time
Mhm.
to do so and to invest and commit to it. Viewers, thank you again for taking the time to watch and to listen in. This is Lu Jang.
Thank you.
And look out for Eid and what he has for you guys in store.
Yeah.
Follow him on social media, follow us on social media, and also subscribe to our channel. And please make sure that you share.
Yeah. Please do.
All right.
Yeah. And thank you, Sarah, for just doing what you're doing. It's impacting so many people.
Thank
I'm one
you.
of them. You know,
No,
it's good to know,
appreciate it.
good to have stories from home and from even people who are not necessarily home, but they're outside home and their experiences outside as well. That's really, I think, impactful. I can relate.
Thank
You know, a home away from home, your stories and how you're trying to connect back to home.
100%.
So many people in diaspora can connect with that because there's a yearning to be home or to feel at home, and we're finding that whether you're in the US, UK, Australia, Kenya, there's still that thing we have in common.
Right.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And also having this platform is basically, us sharing our stories, owning our voices and our truths. So thank you again for tuning in, and see you next time. The season is almost coming to an end.
See you.
See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.